but then he still won his heat at the championship. Talking about Chinecherem, I mean, having to throw twice.
It was 9.94.
Yes.
In this one.
Yesterday.
He had the run 9.84
exactly,
or so
which was the record for him for the year. Talking about Chinecherem, I think I'm very impressed by him. At first, when you look at the lineup of the javelin throwers for the games yesterday, the Bahamian guy who came second, Keshan Strachan, was the major threat. I felt maybe he would give me a run for his money. He managed an 80.65 meter throw as well. But then what Chinecherem did yesterday, I mean, no other person could, having to throw twice, and the 2 times he went over the 80-meter mark. So congratulations to him, and it's great to see these Nigerians keep doing this in the NCAA championship, but you want to see this when they represent Nigeria, not just at the collegiate championship. So let's just see what happens. Hopefully at the Olympic Games as well, we can have a Nigerian challenge for the javelin throw, and maybe shot put as well, in the person of Enekochi.
Yeah, Israel Okon, like Lionel said, won the 100 meters 10.07 seconds, won the 200 meters, that is his heats, not the main event now, 20.07 seconds. Maybe he has a thing with 0.07 seconds. And yes, he was able to get the job done, finishing ahead of Aiden Ketia, not a footballer, but an athlete this time around. Yes,
he was on 20.24.
20.24.
But Israel Okun had to slow down towards the end. I mean, he was just toying with them.
Yeah, he knew he was.
he was
finishing ahead of the rest. So he did his job and got away with the title. But away from that, let's talk athletics. Yes, it was victory for Letsile Tobogo, who was able to win the 200 meters at the Oslo Diamond League in 19.84 seconds. In fact, the gap was massive. He finished way ahead of Sinesipo Dambile, who ran 20.12 seconds, and Jereem Richards 20.50 seconds. Lionel, Letsile Tobogo establishing himself yet again as one of the best in the sprints.
Yeah, when you go, sub 20 seconds at the 200-meter race, then you are probably on the podium or winning the race, just like Letsile did yesterday. The disappointment of the Rabat Diamond League was still there from last month, where he finished second, an Olympic, gold medalist. So we always expect somehow the Botswanan to always be on top of his game. And it was yesterday. But I love the fact that he made mention of Gout, a young Australian, athlete who came into the race as well. I think he finished somewhere around 5th or 6th. And he told him, look, you're a young lad, so you need to learn. You're running, with very big guys. But then we had too many, young athletes yesterday racing against Letsile Tobogo. But I didn't really feel there was any challenge for him. Remember what he did at the Paris Olympic Games. I mean, that is where he really, broke in, and everyone knew about the Botswana. Continued to dominate even at Gaborone, leading his team even at the team races. So congratulations to him, and of course other racers yesterday, whom the youngsters, they would be looking to challenge the Botswanan in coming days.
Yeah, let's talk basketball now. Moving to the NBA, Lionel. It's now 3-1 in favor of the New York Knicks over the San Antonio Spurs in the final, with the New York Knicks winning this morning by just a point, 107 to 106 against the San Antonio Spurs. They are 3-1 up. Is this the kind of situation you were hoping to see? 3-1 after 4 games.
We would want to see game 6 somehow, but then it could just end when they return to San Antonio for the next game. Remember, the New York Knicks had won 2 away from home. They lost the previous game, the penultimate game, before having to win. There was no Donald Trump, so maybe they just had to play their game without the president of the US of A having to be in the stands supporting them. But then it's been a very long while. I think it's been since 2008 where we had a team come down from about 24 points or more down, to win a match, and that's what the New York Knicks did yesterday. They were at a time down by 29 points in the game, so it's a big win for them. I mean, the players, came out tops yesterday. The likes of OG Anunoby scoring 33 points. 3 better than him was Brunson in the game. And these were the players that really led the attack for the New York Knicks all through the game. So it's 3-1 to them. San Antonio Spurs have it all to do in the next game. If they can't win at home on Saturday, then it means the title goes to the New York Knicks. And this will be the first time, I think, since 1973. It's been a long while since the New York Knicks, who have been perennial underachievers in the NBA, have won the championship. So they'll be looking to nick this one on Saturday. But then the San Antonio Spurs can just win, maybe take it to game 6, probably take it to game 7 if they win the next 2 games.
Yes, we wait to see. More games to come. all things being equal, they are 3 more games.
Yeah,
No,
but
two more games.
three
Yeah,
more.
3 more games.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
4
if
games
San
played.
Antonio Spurs win
Can
two.
bounce back. But the New York Knicks now need
One more
just
win.
one more win, and they are champions of the NBA. Away from there, let's talk the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Lionel, 2-1 win for Portugal yesterday over Nigeria in the friendly encounter in Lira. Your take on the performance last night from the Super Eagles and even the Portuguese team who are preparing for the World Cup?
I was impressed by the Super Eagles. I wouldn't say I was surprised. I expected them to have a good game. They did. When you play against a team like the Portuguese national team, I mean, this is a better side than you, comparatively when you look at the players, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Joao Neves, Pedro Neto. I mean, the list, they have players who are at the top of their game at the moment. But Nigeria Super Eagles, I think they put up a good fight yesterday. Maduka Okoye was good in goal for Nigeria, made a couple of saves to keep us in the game. Debutant as well, Christian Akpan. I was very impressed by him at right back in the position there before having to be replaced by Bewene, who had a very good game against Poland last time out. So I think there is a whole lot of competition in the Super Eagles setup at the moment. Wilfred Didi, maybe, let me just say, average performance there from him. But Dele Bashiru was a standout performer for me in midfield alongside Calvin Bassey, very composed in defense. Shemi Ajayi somehow jittered. We understand the attack of Portugal very, very strong. I mean, this is the kind of attack you want to take to the FIFA World Cup. But then yesterday's game, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think he should have gotten a goal or two, but then he was not too clinical in front of goal. We understand age is catching up on the veteran striker for Portugal. Pedro Neto gave them the lead in the game. Dele Bashiru, I think about 14 minutes on after the Portuguese team had taken the lead in the 23rd minute, helped on Akko Adams, who scored with his left foot, beating the Portuguese goalkeeper there. Somehow Nigeria had some moments controlling the game. Portugal had their moments as well before the substitute Francisco Conceição, made sure he finished well. I was quite disappointed by Maduka's reaction to the shot, but I understand there were bodies in front of him, so it would have been hard for him to see that shot come through. At least it's better than, losing 4-0. The last time 4 years ago, you were being thrashed 4-0 by this Portuguese side, but this time around 2-1. Not the result we would have wanted, but the performance, I think it was good enough. And you just keep asking the questions, why wouldn't Nigeria take this performance to the FIFA World Cup in North America?
Yeah, it's
very sad.
7 at
Very,
the
very
moment.
sad.
Let's go on a break. We'll be back in a moment to continue on Sports Center.
106.9 powered to XL.
When you are looking for that perfect blend of luxury and comfort, one name stands out. Madina Hotels and Residences, located at 32 Ebel Damina Avenue, Osama Estate. Host your executive sessions in our state-of-the-art meeting halls or treat your taste buds to world-class flavors at our restaurant. Feel right at home in our fully air-conditioned rooms with 24-hour power supply. Unwind at the poolside bar, relax in our exclusive lounge, or take a dip in our swimming pool. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi and wake up to a delicious complimentary breakfast. We even handle your movement with our pick-up and drop-off services, all while you stay safe with our 24-hour security. And ask about our outdoor catering and event planning for your next big celebration. Call 0806-742-8925. Madina Hotels and Residences. Experience peace.
Medina Hotels and Residences. Experience peace.
Yeah, glad to know you're still with us on Sports Center this morning on XL1069 FM. We were talking the Super Eagles of Nigeria and their performance yesterday in the friendly against Portugal in Lira, as Portugal on their part prepare for the World Cup. Nigeria wrapping up their international window as they get ready to probably try and exert their authority as one of the best African teams on the continent and even in the world at large. But then, Lionel, one thing happened yesterday. Alex Iwobi, 100th appearance for the Super Eagles. How big has he been in terms of turning up for the Eagles?
He's always turned up for Nigeria Super Eagles in the last decade. I mean, he's been there. He's been criticized a couple of times. Recall the Africa Cup of Nations where we lost to Cote d'Ivoire. I remember, especially in the final match, he had a very poor performance, but then, understandably, he was playing according to the instructions of the coach then, Jose Peseiro. But then returning at the next Nations Cup, which Nigeria, got to the semi-final this time around, Alex Iwobi was unplayable whenever he was on the ball. I mean, even if you were not impressed by any other thing by, Alex Iwobi, his passes, his defense, splitting passes were it 40 yards, 30 yards, 50 yards. Most of the times he had assists at the Nations Cup, or maybe he assists the assister at the Nations Cup. So he's been great for the team. I mean, this is Austin Jejo, Okocha's nephew. So many people have criticized him, even asked, is this really Okocha's nephew, the way he was playing, a couple of years ago. But then he's been great for the Super Eagles. It's not easy being a Centurion for Nigeria. We just have a couple of players. Recently, I think Joseph Yobo, Vincent Eyama, I think Ahmed Musa also has, hit that mark as well. So when you hit the mark, it means you've been consistent. You've been passionate about it, because when there are games, you appear for the games. You've been consistent, injury free as well. So that's the man, Alex Iwobi. He was celebrated yesterday just before kickoff, and also given a plaque, having to show that he's hit the 100 mark. We hope to see him maybe go 120. He still, has some time on his side, and the way he plays, he's certainly someone that will be called up in the next couple of years, and I hope he can stay even till 2030 at the World Cup.
Yeah, let's move away from there very quickly now and talk about the Nigeria Women Football League Super 6. We saw interesting games yesterday. Edo Queens beat Abia Angels 6-2. One player scored 4 goals, Chioma Moses, to help Moses Aduku's team to an interesting 6-2 win yesterday in Port Harcourt. For Edo Queens, they are now on top of the log after that huge win. Remember, they defeated Robo Queens 4-1 in the match day before, after losing their first game to Nasarawa Amazons by 1-0. So interesting outcome yesterday for them. Bayelsa Queens beat Rivers Angels 2-1. Rivers Angels in trouble despite hosting the championship. They have just 3 points after 3 games. That's an average of a point per game. And yesterday, Robo Queens stunned Nasarawa Amazons, who before going into the match were top of the table 2-0 yesterday. Okpeyemi Ajakaye as well as Kemi Adebuyi were the goal scorers yesterday for Robo Queens in that game. But let's hear from Moses Aduku of Edo Queens. Yes, Aduku is happy that his side came back and says they will remain focused until the end of the championship, as they are now top of the table with 6 points after 3 games.
We are determined. Abia is a good side, but we are determined. And Super 6 just starts. So I believe the thing we saw today, that is how it's going to be. So we thank God for the victory, and we are still focused.
We're still focused. Moses Aduku speaking yesterday. Let's hear from Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri, dissolving players, management, everybody at Bayelsa United. Someone jokingly said even the bed that hovers around the stadium has been sacked. Let's hear from Doye Diri, the governor of Bayelsa State, speaking this morning.
I was making statements and appealing to players and the board to ensure that they do everything, coaches and everybody, that our club remains in the Premier Division with the kind of investment that we are carrying out in sports development, particularly against the background of investing into a 30,000 capacity world-class stadium. That is not actually only for us today. It is for indeed future generations of Bayelsans. And today, I want to bring to pass what I said, and I told them when we had the Governor's Prosperity Cup, that it was not a threat. All I wanted them was to make sure that they do not go on relegation. But now that they have gone on relegation, Bayelsa United Club is hereby disbanded. Board has been disbanded. The coaches are hereby sacked. An interim body will be announced in the nearest future to reorganize Bayelsa United. And Bayelsa United will be reorganized. New coaches will come on board to ensure that in the next football season, we gain our promotion back to the Premier.
Yes, Governor Doediri of Bayelsa State speaking there. Maybe just emotional after the relegation of the team, but then he's made his pronouncements, and pronouncements like this will stand. We wait to see what happens to Bayelsa United in the coming days. For want of time, we will not be analyzing that, but the World Cup is here. After a very long wait since the last edition of the World Cup in Qatar in 2022, the FIFA World Cup is back, and today it gets underway in Mexico. 8 p.m. Mexico take on South Africa, and that will be the first game of the World Cup. And tomorrow morning we will have South Korea take on Czechia at 3 in the morning. Yes, 3 a.m. is when that game will come alive, and tomorrow as well games will continue. One will be played in the night. Canada against Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Saturday morning 2 a.m. will have the game. So you have to be really strong to stay awake to watch all of these games. But the World Cup starts today. Our question is, who, in your opinion, will win the World Cup? Who is your money on? Get with us this morning. Let's get talking. 0700-000-1069 or 0809-222-1069 or 0809-333-1069. Lionel, the World Cup starts today.
Yeah, excited. The World Cup starts today. I mean, South Africa, from your point of view, I know some Nigerians are against South Africa.
Yes, because of the xenophobic attacks and all of that.
And the banter normally also shows.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Victor Sports Oracle, it's great to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Lionel. Good morning, other guys in the studio. Lionel, let me say, yesterday the Super Eagles lost in their friendly match against Portugal. That's the second time. The way the guys really played their ball, they really played well. So, well, they say that experience is the best teachers, and it's to skill take their chances at stake. Today that the FIFA World Cup started, I wish my African brothers all the best tonight. That's my thing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, my people.
Yes, Abamete, let's have your contribution.
Yes, sir. Yes. You see, Portugal in Nigeria in friendly match. Then Portugal will carry the World Cup now. They will ride the World Cup. Then Nigeria will come back and sit down and win the World Cup in Nigeria.
All right.
They can come back.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for joining us. Yes, good morning. Well, that couldn't quite connect. Yes, Lionel, we are talking about the opening game and the World Cup.
Yes, I think I expect many Mamelodi Sundowns players to make the list today. They've always dominated the South African national team. You know, from the captain, Ronwen Williams in goal for them. We expect Teboho Mokoena to make the team.
Midfield.
Yes, Mudau as well. Maybe Modiba even in defense. But then I want to see if Ime Okun, who plays in Germany, would also make, the squad like the first 11, for Hugo Broos tonight. Remember, the coach had said pre-match that he had played, interestingly, 40 years ago in Mexico against in the World Cup as a Belgian player. So we wait to see what happens tonight, but we can't just wait for the action.
Let's take one more. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Atila.
Yes.
My name is calling from Ikoto.
All right, go ahead.
Again, I want to say something about Super Eagles.
Okay.
Super Eagles really try, and Ezekiel really try for Super Eagles. I beg me still maintain Ezekiel, I beg, because I believe they could do well. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for joining us on the show today. Yes, but Lionel, who is your money on at this World Cup?
I don't know if it should be France. I'm thinking France. I would really love Olise,
Michael
He's been
Olise,
doing well.
yeah.
Yes, he's been doing well for France thus far.
Let's take one more. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Studio.
Good morning. Welcome. Your name and contribution.
This is Daniel, South Africa.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to thank Portugal for giving Nigeria a respectable defeat. The defeat was not a scandal; it was respectable. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for joining us. Yeah, like we said in the intro, two players of Akwa Ibom origin. One of them, God's Power Anyefiok. Another, Peter, Udo Akpan, who was a part of the 2015 Under-17 World Cup winning team, played alongside Victor Osimhen. Samuel Chukwueze yesterday paid a visit to the Commissioner for Sports. They had an interaction, spoke about grassroots football development and the fact that they had to come and partner with the ministry as well to contribute their quota to the development of sports. Interesting situation playing out right here in Akwa Ibom. But we have to go at this point. Many thanks everybody for being a part of Sports Center on XL1069 FM. Remember, 5:15 p.m. we will be back on World Cup X-Ray. The XL Super Breakfast Show continues with Inemesid Godwin, IG, and the Radio International Virgin, Isido Akpanda, the Confirm Show from 12 p.m. and so much more. Well, we're not confirming ourselves today. Yes, no confirm show. But then enjoy the rest of our programming today here on XL 106.9 FM. Akila, Matawal, and Lionel Moon, I'm signing out.
Yeah, what you gonna do now?
This is
Super Radio.
106.9 powered to XL.
I greet you now, my better people of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. And you are welcome to this health enlightenment program brought to you by Baba Koboko, aka Kick and Start. Baba Koboko, an Ogbonge tradomedical specialist. Him new office, a day for number 2, opposite Atiku Abubakar flyover, Uyo. You fit contact Baba